Hierarchy meets set to conduct primary elections Saturday, 5th April 2025.
Soludo inaugurates new Anambra State Security Supervisory Committee.
Igwe Anugu donates palace to Palutina Congregation of a Catholic Church.
Sensitization team to enlighten Anambra youths on benefits of joining Nigerian Army from 6th to 12th April.
Anambra CP Orutugu reassures residents of effective security network.
Anambra Information Commissioner Mefo commands cooperation between executive and legislature.
VP Shetima urges Nigerians to promote unity, peaceful coexistence.
From the Forest Saints, court to rule on South Korea's president impeachment Friday this week.
And we have the analysts in the studio. We have Comrade Boni Ozonkwaku PG Emeritus of Enugu Community, Deputy Registrar, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, former Branch Secretary, Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU University, Oka, and recipient of so many awards. Odogun Alienu, welcome to Press Review.
Thank you so much. It's been a very long time, and I'm happy I'm back.
Yeah, you're right back.
Also with us is ABS political correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim. Good morning and welcome to Press Review.
Good morning, Uche. Good morning, Roy.
Yeah.
Good morning, Anambra.
Good morning to you.
I'm happy to be here. Glad to be here.
So let's start with absradiotv.com. What's your take on that? The headlines there. Yeah.
Okay. I want to comment on APGA set to conduct primary election on 5th of this month. This party, we all know, has done fantastically well in Anambra State in terms of good governance. Yes, and they have always set a pace, when it comes to primary election. And from the look of things, the party hierarchy is putting, everything in place to ensure a seamless primary election on the 5th of this month. For me, all they need to do is to endorse Governor Soludo to continue to, render good services to the people of Anambra State, because this party, has demonstrated that it means well for the Anambra. Right from the time, former governor, Peter Obi, became governor of this state under the platform of APGA. The Anambra have been enjoying good governance, and we want that good governance to continue, okay? Because the essence of government is for them to do for the people what they cannot do for themselves.
Yeah.
So that primary, I want them to just go there and endorse Governor Soludo as their candidate for the November 8th governorship election. I don't see a better candidate, somebody that will do better than Governor Soludo as far as this job is concerned at the moment. We all have seen his trajectory in all sectors of the state economy within 3 years in office. So the party should just do the needful. There is no need, even for me, there is no need conducting the primary. All they need to do is to endorse him for second tenure, present him as their sole candidate for the election. Because we don't want this steady development Anambra is witnessing, to stop. All of us want it to continue. Because if it continues that way, let's say in the next 8 or 10 years, the Dubai, Taiwan, okay, the governor promised us will be here.
Yeah. And
Anambra will be a land of opportunities where everybody will desire to live, work, trade, relax and enjoy. Everybody desires good thing. And what do you got feasible first and so I wish them well. I wish them a successful primaries come this Saturday. The party led by Barrister Sly Ezo at the national level, and Barrister Ifeatu Obioko at the state level. Okay, he's doing very, very well. That's what I'm saying, and we should encourage them to continue, to govern Anambra State.
Okay.
Thank you. Still on the wonderful works the governor is doing. Soludo inaugurates new Anambra State Security Supervisory Committee. Yes, The Dogachi and the security paraphernalia that was launched some months ago, we have seen them in operation. We have seen what they are capable of doing. But to stem the trend of abuse, this committee is necessary. There should always be hierarchy in whatever we are doing. There should always be whom to report to. If there are abuses, where do I take this matter to? Yeah. And when you work without supervision, you tend to, go off the gear or off the rail because nobody is supervising you. So when this committee is in place, it will act as a powerful check on the excesses of these men who are carrying arms to, under the umbrella of Udogachi. There's bound to be abuse in one way or the other. Recently, we have also observed that there has been cases of some people who are not members of this security outfit disguising and putting on uniform similar to this outfit to go and commit all sorts of crime. And I'm happy that some of them were apprehended and they confessed to what they did. So this is already the committee doing something even without being inaugurated. In the past there has been cases of people claiming that they were kidnapped or by policemen or by men in the military uniform, as alleged. But on investigation, it was discovered that these people were not policemen or military men. But people want to disguise to go and do this. So with this security supervisory committee in place, this tide will be stemmed. Yeah. Then I also take the story on the sensitization team to visit Anambra youth to enlighten them on joining the armed forces. People like us, we made attempts in those days, to join the Nigerian Defense Academy. We even, went to the stage of interview, but because of the quota system, we are denied.
Quota imbalance.
Yes.
They're not observing the federal character. The quota system.
Then we are told that comes to play. We are told that the quota for Anambra has been exhausted because we really show interest. But these days I tell you, that the quota is not even exhausted because you don't see people to go and take up this job. This is what happens these days. To the reason that after the exercise, you see that you still have vacancy for Anambra, then people from other parts of southeastern Nigeria will go and fill this quota for Anambra. In those days, we are struggling to, our quota will oversubscribe. But these days, it is under-subscribed that people from neighboring states are now taking this.
So why do you think is happening? Is it
because no lack of interest?
Okay.
They want it fastly because someone will start checking. Just like my own self, I know when I began my job as a public servant, I knew my level. Then I didn't just start riding car.
Yeah.
I had to grow from somewhere.
Yeah.
But some people will be looking at how many years will it take me to do this, to do that. That's why the Yorubas, they are better off when it comes to this kind of thing. They take this work with patience. Yeah. They know that one day they will rise.
Yes.
But people will be thinking of, if I take this job today, some of my mates are already riding Porsche cars, they are doing this and doing that. So lack of impatience. Because I want to get it immediately. And that is what is affecting our youth. That is why some of these quota are not filled because you want to grab it. And that's why I'm happy with what the governor is doing with this Okite people.
Yes.
Because they are deceiving our youth. They have brainwashed our youth.
Yes.
We appreciate religious worship. Yeah. My grandfather was Ezemwo and Onemi Ofuma. According to his own belief. He didn't make any money in the practice. So they were not even rich, but they practiced according to their faith. But now, these people are brainwashed that if you do this, you get money, and a lot of rituals are performed. Look at missing a kiss every day, missing this, missing organs. People have even going to the extent of going to mortuary to dissect dead bodies to collect some vital organs from them. Wow. Because someone has promised them that you do this and you get money. So government is there should be this committee that is coming to sensitize our youth. Go and take up this job. Armed forces job is a very lucrative job. When I see soldiers along the road, I respect them.
Yeah.
I feel like this was something I could have, become. So I don't know why our people are still shying away from this because they want to get rich quick.
Well, you can still do that when you reincarnate in your next world. You can still join the army. Okay, before we open up the phone lines, South Korea's Constitutional Court will issue its long-awaited ruling on President Yoon Suk Yeol impeachment Friday. That's months after he was suspended for declaring martial law in Seoul. I don't know if you have anything to say on that, but then to join the conversation, call us on 0904 9560 826. And if you're watching us live on Facebook, do well to drop your comment in the comment section, and we will read out your comment.
You can also still call us on 0706 538 1320. Hello, good morning.
Hello, ABS, good morning.
Good morning.
to you.
Yeah, we're going to one name, okay, right, can I go on us? Yeah, what a quack and a glare.
What a waka down.
Yeah, I had my neighbor, the analyst, recruitment into the armed forces. It's unfortunate because he was talking about our neighboring state, not even our 4-5 distant states. Both of our this thing goes to Benue State and Kogi State. When we went for training, we are recruited in 1982. When we got to that place, that of Anambra, then was not up to the number that was called. And from there, people started going out. The thing is that our priorities are not getting it right, and our value system has been bastardized. That's the problem. I know a retired assistant commissioner of police from Aguleri that came to our meeting in Lagos and told our boys, if you are graduated, come to the police training college in Kenya with your certificate on Monday. Nobody went from my community. But you come here and see how they are respecting corporal and the food here, the same people that could not join. If they have joined there about 20 years ago, they have come off that near one. So I don't know, coupled with problem of somebody who woke up and said that if you're a member of armed forces, you should leave it and come back to so they abandon your family and come back, or somebody said so. We need to talk to ourselves. If you don't say that you are there, nobody recognizes you.
Yeah.
This is what we should touch.
Yeah.
If they free something, I'm happy that they are coming to tell us what we need to do. It's the right step to go. You made you self-made man immediately become, after your training, you are your own. One and God bless Anambra.
Bless you too.
All right.
Hello.
Heart beat of the East.
Champions.
Ụtụtụ ọma ndị ezi.
Ụtụtụ ọma.
No.
Ndị ebe na-aga daalụ na ịga ndị ọkọrọ ebe emesi obi ọkụ ka ọ bịakwa ndị ọkọrọ ebe ka ọ nara ikuku dị elu.
Nsogbu adịrọ.
Ambatọdọ n'ire na Okechukwu Abbas na ndị ọkọrọ ebe. NCV ji ebe abatara ọgbọ.
Ngwa gaa n'iru.
Ka ntinye ọnụ na nke primary election ndị apụtagoro na Satọde dịka analysis si n'ekwu. I'm not talking about the governor's school. I'm talking about the people that will run for Anambra South Military District. Nyocha nke ọma wee mee ya. So as na onye a na-ego ego for that, let's see this. We get all incident na Anambra South Military District. Amara the full status na Apoga. They should allow those people to confess. That na onye abatara Apoga nwanne ya. He may say it's the primary election of the government. But when they run down in the yard and one name, I think also the clear. Not Africa, Abata. For that, my man confessed for governorship election. So, since they are there on Anambra South District, that man is not related. The idea of the time Anambra South District. So, the primary government, you have to do a solution. The Korean and ourselves. Anya to the government, you are born but I'm saying to everybody now, Anambra South to make a district election. They should do it well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And before we migrate to the national dailies, let's take this message.
Hey, nwanne, ka ije isi a na-alụkwa
na solution abịagokwa n'ekwesịghị ka go
ọ bụ sọ nke a na ID card na egwu a na-agbasi kịta abụrụkwa egwu ụmụaka ahụ ndị enyego m insurance cover maka keke m o
kekekwa a na-enyekwa keke insurance
n'enu gị mugu ebunyego m insurance maka keke m ị ma na arụ ya ba nkịta maọbụ mmelụ arụ ụlọ ọgwụ gọọmenti ga-enye m free treatment
chimo abụkwa m ugwu eziokwu
nwoke m jee kwụọ 10,000 gị o 10,000 naira ka obi lụọ ego anyị ka ịlụba ọlụ gị gọọmenti ebega ezigbo ego n'ife anyị na-akwụbu ndị agboro
mana ndị agboro ka nọkwa
mana aka na-akpalụfe ofu ka ọ na ịda afụ ụzọ nwoke m jee kwụọ taasị gị ka ị nwebe anwụli ka isoro ibe gị kwebe oyoyo maka na solution abịago
onye nụ ya kọla ibe yo
Dr. Aladdin's 7 Kids Herbal Mixture. Dr. Aladdin's good for children and adults. Dr. Aladdin, what's it be the medicine for that sickness? Dr. Aladdin's, so restore your health to be a kid. 7 Kids to power.
Mama Jerry, this means it's what they do Jerry don't tell now. Are you sure say you give am the 7 Kids Herbal Mixture what I tell you? Neighbor, I buy am o. But they no write am Dr. Aladdin's for him body. Na doctor. Abeg, make I hear word. I know tell you say you get many doctor this, doctor that for inside market now. Make I pass Zare.
If no be Dr. Aladdin's, e no be 7 Kids. Shine your eyes o. Many fake products don full market. They answer different names for cases like measles, chickenpox, cold, and fever. Abeg, no play with your life. Make sure say they write am. Dr. Aladdin's 7 Kids Herbal Mixture for body. Na FAEK and Sons Limited they produce am. And na for adult and children. NAFDAC don approve am.
Restore your health to be a kid. 7 Kids to power.
If symptoms persist after 3 days, go see your doctor. Dr. Aladdin's 7 Kids Herbal Mixture. You no get rival.
And we'll right back. Let's take the first shot from Daily Independent, leading the way for the national dailies. Edo Goba confusion as leaked copies of tribunal judgment surface online. Tribunal to deliver judgment today. Natasha Potudwaga defines ban holds a homecoming rally in Kogi. Telcos target satellite services to counter Starlink dominance. Ponzi operators risk 10-year jail term, 20 million naira fine. That's from SEC. Edo killings address rising wave of violence. Insecurity, CSO urges Tinubu. We are targeting 24-hour flight operation in Ekiti Airport. That's from Oyebanji. PDP plotting to instigate crisis in Edo, APC alleges. Adopt Uwe's report. You won't lose 2027 poll. Okechukwu tells Tinubu. FJ threatens to implement drill or drop provision on IOCs, urges IOCs to ramp up investments. From today's Daily Independent.
And from Daily Trust, Natasha defies ban, lands at rally ground in Chopper. Edo governorship, APC, PDP confident of victory as tribunal rules today. Man absconds as wife gives birth to triplets. And the banner headline from Daily Trust, federal government borrows 13.21 trillion naira from World Bank in 20 months. Writers say fresh $1.1 billion loan approved in 1 week as debt profile hits 142 trillion naira. Multilateral loans vulnerable to corruption coming from experts. Uromi killings, DSS has arrested 2 principal suspects coming from the Edo government. Writers say Kanu governor reiterates call for justice. Victims' rights to freedom of movement violated. Coming from NHRC.
Okay, from the Tribune, NHRC reps Minority Caucus condemn killing of 16 hunters in Edo. Ekiti Airport targets 24-hour flight operation, says Oyebanji, insists Ekiti economy has improved under his watch. Natasha defies all odds, arrives Kogi in helicopter, addresses large crowd in her homecoming rally, says, I am not a bastard, I am an Ibira woman. I am not afraid of anybody. Lawmaker attempting to manipulate public sentiment. That's from Kogi government. We have published, that's from page 4 of today's Tribune. We have something you can read about how Nigeria can maximize $500 million World Bank loan. That's from LCCI. Okay, that's the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Immigration arrests 51 illegal migrants in Nasarawa. we've taken care of Ponzi scheme operators. And then finally from here, CBN reports $23 billion net foreign exchange reserves, highest in over 3 years.
From The Guardian, I feel depressed over Rivers emergency rule, says Fubara. Natasha returns in chopper, addresses supporters at Ihima. Trump's third-term bid, bad omen for Africa, says Ozekome, other lawyers. And on the banner headline from The Guardian, discos may take 11 years, 1.4 trillion naira to bridge 7.2 million metering gap. That's Nigeria's electricity metering crisis. Controversy over leaked tribunal judgment as Edo government, APC, PDP claim victory. Federal government to withdraw idle oil blocks, charge IOCs to drill or drop. Kanu justifies Sanusi's reinstatement as monarch pays Salah homage. Nigeria's net forex exchange reserves rose to $23 billion in December, says CBN. Oko Don decried the deplorable state of Nigerian varsities. And finally, from The Guardian, Niger exits multinational joint tax force.
Okay, it's all about Natasha's banner headline adorning all the front page of the national dailies from Daily Sun. We still have Natasha there, defies government, police storms Kogi, huge crowd receives a suspended senator. Border control, FG vows to tackle organized immigration crime, 6 collaboration of Sahel, West African countries. Edo Goba election, tribunal delivers judgment today, alleged leaked judgment goes viral online. CBN posts $23.11 billion in net forex reserve. And then, these ones are not too clear. Okay, to the next paper. Back to the analyst.
Okay, from the Daily Times, on the banner headline from Daily Times, how suspected minor header killed 35-year-old mother at Imam community, Nasarawa State. Bayelsa Muslims praise Diri's Ramadan gestures. Protests erupt in Odubo over incessant killings. Nigeria seeks global partnership to combat organized crime. Edo governorship election dispute, Iodalo, Obebolo, no faith today. Constitution amendment, president, governors may lose authority to make emergency laws. And then have stories from Natasha. That's the much you can take from the Daily Times.
All right, back to the analyst in the studio.
Yes,
it's all about Natasha, killings, the hunters,
Edo State, election.
Natasha's Day. The Senate, I blame the Senate for all this. And that shows that our lawmakers are not busy. If our lawmakers are busy, there are urgent national issues that should preoccupy their minds, other than looking for who to suspend. The Senate, yes.
Okay, by the way.
Because there are issues, there are security issues, there are economic issues, there are issues about good governance that should preoccupy the attention of our senators. But you are struggling over who should occupy a certain sitting position, who should stay here, who should not stay here. These things doesn't contribute anything to the welfare of the citizens. And that is why sometimes I ask whether these lawmakers actually know what they are sent there to do. They are not busy. If they are busy, this issue will not come up. But since the issue is in the public domain now, let's even analyze it. Somebody made allegation of sexual misconduct, and you allow proper investigation to be carried out to know whether what that person is saying or whether it is. But you standing in judgment already, you are the accused, but you are the one standing in judgment. You are the one
setting up committee, and even that before that committee could even bring that report, you have given a 6 month suspension. Where do you derive this power of 6 months? Let us see the Senate standing rules to know the punishment for particular offences. Let's then see whether if you apply 3 months today, next time you apply 1 month, another time you apply 1 year, or you look at faces of people before you apply sanction. And again, 6 months for crying out loud. What do you consider what that constituency will lose within 6 months for lack of representation? Do you consider that? If you really consider the interests of the constituency where this Senator Natasha hailed from, you will have tried to find another way to deal with the issues at hand instead of asking the person to go on 6 months suspension. For what? And now you also want to stifle her freedom of movement. I praise this senator's doggedness in trying to fight for her rights. West, she didn't organize any rally, but she's popular in her senatorial district. So West fit her in that our suspended rep, senator unquote, was coming home. People gathered, people gathered to receive her. Mammoth crowd. Even when you thought that she could have gone by the road, you place, embargo, you place curfew, a restriction of movement. That as a problem it didn't ban flying with chopper. And she landed there with chopper, and look at the massive recession, look at the outpouring of emotions. Even the Kogi State government, without minding the party where the senator belongs to and where the governor belongs to, you should look at the overall interest of the people of Kogi State, that they are suffering lack of representation for 6 months. You should even look at that instead. You should even be the one, confronting the Senate. Why will this thing happen to one of us instead of being partisan? So I think the Natasha issue is being overflowed, and the woman, people who have wished to identify with her are now identifying with her. In fact, have fallen deeply in love with her because of the way she has carried out, her problem. I love women, who are not caged, who want to come out and they say, no, this is wrong and it's wrong.
Okay, so, let Modeling come back. Modeling, before you come in, this Commissioner for Information in Kogi, Kingsley, has stated that Senator Natasha, what you do, should be questioned by security agencies for flouting, Governor Usman Ododo's ban on processions, rallies, gatherings in Kogi. What's your take on that?
Just like Ozon Kwako said, he didn't flout any ban. Okay, the woman came home, and she was received by her constituents. Okay, and that showed that they are satisfied with the way she is representing them at the National Assembly. All of us know the story of Senator Natasha. It's no longer news. Okay? It's just that, when the system is fighting you, even when you are right, okay, the system will paint you black, will make you to look too bad, okay, in the eyes of the public. That is what is happening to Senator Natasha here. The way, the leadership of the Senate handled her case, okay, it's wrong. Somebody made an allegation. She made an allegation of sexual embarrassment against the Senate president. Okay, all they could do was just to suspend her for 6 months, stripped her of her allowances. Okay, she should not earn anything within 6 months. For 6 months, she should not introduce herself as a senator anywhere in the world. Okay, that is massive humanity to man. Okay, 2 persons are involved in a case. You punish the other, leave the other. Okay, that is it. They have made her popular. Okay, by taking that decision in favor of the Senate president. That was why she received that rousing welcome. When she came home, She didn't defy any order. It's just that there are people at showing her that we are with you. Okay, in this.
No, they said they got order to ban gatherings, rallies, whatever.
She never organized any rally. She never organized anything.
He posed the coffee.
The people just came out in their large numbers to welcome her.
Yes,
that she is coming home, and they came out to welcome her.
With this mammoth crowd now that received her, now we have a case of recall over there.
On what basis?
Exactly the point I'm making.
Who verified the signatures?
Oh my God.
Who signed the petition?
26 bags of documents containing recall documents. So, with this mammoth crowd now, who are now calling for her recall?
That recall process itself is a fraud. And I will not be surprised if INEC would dance to that fraud. I will not be surprised because a lot of things, anything can grow these days. But that recall process is done without due process, is beyond my imagination. I know how difficult it is to institute a recall, but this
because Yahya Bello and Dino Melai, they tried it in the past and it was inconclusive. It never happened. And even an INEC official in Kogi is saying that, maybe the REC is saying that the amount you spend to recall is much higher than what you will spend in electing the person.
So imagine.
Where do we go from there? So are there two, let me say, diametrical opposites?
This is your witch hunting. Not just witch hunting, yes. And the more they witch hunt her, the more they make her popular. They should just leave her alone and even think of reducing the suspension, so that they too they will even have some a kind of it will be a win-win for everybody. But if they continue the way they are going, I mean, I tell you, yes, they'll continue to have their way, but the masses will continue to reject and refuse what they are doing, because what they are doing is not in order.
And like you said, constituents are suffering because they lack that representation now. And based on her achievements so far, according to records, she's the best so far.
And at a point, people are placing her side by side with the senator from Ebonyi, who was all over on the television talking about her attitude and all that, recalling cases upon cases upon cases and all that. And people took out their time to go to dig out what this Ebonyi has actually done for his constituency and what she has done for her own people.
Too.
So let's come out. Show your workings.
Show your workings, exactly.
let your work speak for you. Somebody is here. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, MBS.
Good morning.
Good morning, again. No, what I can
I would have wanted to say that the voice is sounding like
because the recall process, the people that voted actually in that election was 160,000, and people that signed the recall was 250,000. So where do you begin? How do you start it? The truth is that they didn't want to see that crowd they saw yesterday because they know that the woman is popular in her place. And the commissioner, I saw him battling with sweat yesterday in television. He was overwhelmed. Before this election, that same woman that the former state governor, Bello, off the road that leads to her community, this same Natasha, before this election that brought her in now. So they have a long-standing problem with the government. But the truth of the matter is that, like one of the analysts said, anything goes. Don't be surprised that ANEC will still call this woman tomorrow. Because this is Nigeria where everything happens. But the truth of the matter is that the world are watching and seeing how we run our own democracy.
Okay.
I'm talking about the people that break away from the Sahel region, the military. If the military can give you what you want in life, and develop your country, why can't you follow it? Good morning and God bless Nigeria.
All right, thank you. And still on Natasha from the social media, we have so many reactions to the rally. We have somebody saying she's the next governor of Kogi State. Somebody said even the state-owned media is covering the occasion I laugh. I don't want to name their names. Now, who knows Senator Natasha, but they follow and fight. That woman solid. Then we'll still have Senator Natasha is loved by her people. No one can take that away from her. And then finally, the government is in power, thinks they can stop the people. Natasha is already a force. Okay? Let's welcome this caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Talking about the newspaper headline, I want to comment on the issue of security.
Your name and location.
Okay, this is Chidi calling from Florida.
Okay, Chidi, you're welcome.
Okay, I want to comment on the issue of insecurity erupting Otukpo local government about the protest that is being held there. Please, I want to urge the federal government and the state government. They should see for the rescue of those people. Those people are really suffering, especially from Otobi Akpo to be in Otukpo local government. Please and please, that's what I want to comment. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay.
Right. We have a message on Facebook. Kozo Francis Omani, watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. Good morning from here and keep up the good work. Government at all levels should collaborate and come up with proactive measures towards addressing the prevailing insecurity in the country. May God help us.
Yeah,
Amen.
Okay, you're done?
Someone is here.
All right.
Hello.
Jasmine, good morning.
Good morning.
My own view, the issue of Natasha. It is enjoyed you at Natasha's age. I cannot call that sexual harassment. Okay, both on a Senate for years. How many years on go there? I don't know, last year, no, you moment spell in the constituency. Okay, so Natasha, my Senate, on a Nigerians and the constituency, Kafati Sobe, government order. Aqua elect we don't Jasmine.
I want to ask you a question. Does sexual harassment have an age where it's not I want to ask you a question. Does sexual harassment have an age where it's no longer regarded as sexual harassment? Is there an age a woman should attain in life and then she can no longer be sexual harassment? I ask you a question because I want to know if there is an age limit for someone to say, oh, I'm no longer sexually harassed or I can never be sexually harassed at a particular age, and you've not answered that question. Is there any age?
Or this year,
okay, thank you very much. Let's quickly look at because of insecurity, we have a pain where we can't take it anymore. Idoma use blowing hot over killings in Otrupo. Down Uromi, we have where we have Oshoma says people are angry for a team we arrested in Uromi, but no one was heard for Deborah's death in Sokoto. We're back, and there people are, it's all over the place. I don't know your take on that. Let's conclude with that, because they intercepted some hunters, and in the process of, questioning, one of them, according to the information, stabbed one of the local vigilantes over there, and then the rest of the story. So, and then it's making waves all over the place. Yeah. And then some people are saying you kill some people in some part of the country, nobody talks. They cited the case of Deborah, Samuel, and then if you kill somebody, for people from a particular part of the country, it will be raising dust. So, for 1 minute.
It may interest you to know that some Nigerians are classified as first-class citizens in Nigeria. And you know those people I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, whatever they do, if they commit crime, they go away with it because government see them as first-class citizens that are untouchable. But when the second-class citizens commit same crime, the law will descend heavily on them.
Yeah.
That is what is happening now.
Okay. Let's leave it at that. Time is no longer in our favor. And even the guy that dealt with a full terrorist in self-defense and then sentenced to death by hanging. So self-defense is now a crime.
It's not a crime.
In this country.
Well, just to round up,
I'm not in support of jungle justice in any ramification.
Yeah.
Whether it is in Edo, whether it is Katsina, whether it's in Anambra, whether it's in Ekiti, jungle justice is jungle justice.
Yes.
People should not take laws into their hands.
Yes.
But sometimes, why do people take laws into their hands? Because similar persons have taken laws into their hands before, and nothing happened. Therefore, it will embolden another person to take law into his own hands.
Yeah.
So, what is source for the goose is also source for the gander.
Yes.
You should not particularize the issue of taking laws into one's hand to a particular session. Rather, let the security agencies, let government be proactive. If you mentioned the issue of the border,
yes,
we have not had anything to today.
Yeah.
And the people are walking in the streets freely. Even people that did that, they were filmed. Their faces were shown. They were not. Some of them were even students.
They are not
ready. Even the same students in the same class with the lady.
Yeah.
And now, so nothing has happened. So it will make another person to say, okay, if it didn't happen, nothing happened in Kaduna or Katsina, therefore nothing will also happen in Edo. But above all, jungle justice is condemned in any ramification. But let government be proactive to, render justice when it matters, so that this thing will stop.
All right. Comrade Boni Ozonkwako Dogunalien, we want to thank you for coming and lend you your thoughts on today's press review.
Thank you, my dear.
And also to Chukwemeka Modeli, ABS political correspondent. Thank you so much for coming on press review.
Thank you so much for having me here.
I'm Roy putting fair at 9 o'clock. We'll be on to midweek edition of Nzuko Anambra. Do well to join us.
And I am Uche Chukwu Ebenam. Stay with us.